Now, coming to the nomenclature, little bit more I will say. Already a lot of things I have said you in nomenclature, a lot of ideas you have got it in nomenclature, got it? You need to practice those things, but still I feel that I have to tell you something in your level, I should say that. Now, in nomenclature, you have got different homologous series. You have got alkenes, alkynes, alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, then alkyl halides, ethers. What if you are having the different carboxylic acids? You are having different what you can say homologous series. So let me just tell you few what you can say name of those homologous series. Got it? Of the compounds in that particular homologous series. Got it? That is IUPAC name and the common name, you can say that. Let me tell you, clear? So first I am taking the series is alkane series, alkane, I am taking it. The alkane, the general formula is, you know that CnH2n plus 2. The general formula of alkanes is CnH2n plus 2. So, and alkane means the, what you can say, the name of the functional group will be, that is nothing but N. When name of the family, rather I should say, will be N. Means carbon-carbon single bond, you know that. N means carbon-carbon single bond. In means C double bond C, means carbon-carbon double bond. I means carbon-carbon triple bond. I means C triple bond C, that is I, it is carbon-carbon triple bond. Okay, so the general formula of alkane is this, and the first compound is here nothing but CH4, which is called as methane. Why it is methane? Because one carbon is meth and CH4. If you see the structure is this CH4. This is a structural formula of methane. I told you there are different formulas are there. This is a structural formula of methane. We can say that is CH4. Alright, so it is nothing but alkanes. You can see single bond. Got it? Now coming to that is alkanes. Let me tell you one thing about that. When alkanes and we are having also the another homologous series. Just now I will tell you that is alkenes and alkynes. So alkanes are coming under saturated compounds. We can say that saturated. And alkenes, alkynes, that is the multiple bond, comes under the unsaturated compounds, we can say that. Alkenes, alkynes, in the higher classes you will be studying about aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acid, esters. What is? Because they have got multiple bonds. They come under unsaturated compounds. But basically, here we will say, in case of aliphatic compounds, we will say that alkenes, it comes under saturated hydrocarbons, and alkenes and alkynes, it comes under unsaturated hydrocarbon, where it has got multiple bonds. Now what do you mean by saturated? Saturated means, you can see there that all the four bonds it's satisfied of all the four bonds of carbon atom, because carbon can have a maximum of tetravalent or tetravalency, maximum 4 bonds, and all the 4 bonds of the carbon atom is satisfied by hydrogen. All the 4 bonds of the carbon atom is satisfied by hydrogen. So as it is fully satisfied, it is said to be as saturated. For that reason, alkenes or carbon-carbon single bonds comes under saturated hydrocarbons. We can say that. Now, there is no availability of any particular, what you can say, electrons, which will, what you can say, participate in the further bond formation. We can say that we don't have any further electrons here left which will further participate in bond formation. So as already it has it is stable, all the 4 atoms, or it means all the 4 atoms of hydrogen is forming bond formation with the carbon atom. Got it? Means all the 4 electrons of hydrogen is being shared by 4 electrons of hydrogen. That means it is fully satisfied. That means it is highly stable in nature. Alright, highly stable. For that reason also it is called as saturated. Alright, so hence they are less reactive in nature, mind it. For that reason, alkanes are also otherwise known as paraffins. It is also called as paraffins. Alright, paraffins is made of 2 words, para and fins. Para means little or less, and fins means affinity or reactivity. So they are less reactive in nature, they are little reactive in nature. So hence they are also called as, for that reason, paraffins. Alright now. So alkanes are less reactive in nature. Alright. Why it is less reactive? I said you that all the 4 bonds is satisfied by the hydrogen atom or any other atoms. Alright. Or any other atoms. For example, it can be also CCl4. Now this is also coming under saturated hydrocarbon, CCl4. All the 4 atoms satisfied. We can say that. All the 4 atoms. Or you can say CH3Cl. Alright, so when all the four what you can say bonds of carbon are satisfied by hydrogen atom or any other atoms, we can say that, then it's a pretty saturated hydrocarbons, we can say that, and it's quite stable in nature, hence it is less reactive in nature. Remember it, that stability is inversely proportional to reactivity. Definitely if a compound is stable, why it is going to react? Because one atom or one compound reacts with another compound. Why does it react? Because to attain stability. When already it is stable, why it will react? For that reason they are said to be less reactive, and hence for that reason they are said to be as parafins. Para means little or less, fins means affinity or reactivity. Now what are the characteristics of saturated compounds? They undergo for that reason substitution reaction because they are already stable. Now if you are going to react, for example suppose you will see in the alkanes, when I will teach you that alkanes is going to react with chlorine or any other atoms, then what will happen? One atom of hydrogen or two atoms of hydrogen will be replaced by some other atoms. For example, as I said you, when methane is going to react with chlorine, so step by step reaction is going to take place. Step by step means first one atom of hydrogen will be removed, then one chlorine will be added. Again another atom of hydrogen is removed, another chlorine is added. So what is that? It is substitution. In place of hydrogen, chlorine is coming and taking its place, or bromine is coming and taking its place, or oxygen is coming and taking its place. So hence it undergoes substitution reaction. So alkanes undergo substitution reaction. Alkanes are coming under saturated hydrocarbons, saturated organic compounds. Got it? Alkanes, it is less reactive in nature. It is parafins. A general formula is CnH2n plus 2. We can say all the four bonds of hydrogen is fully satisfied by hydrogen or any other atom. So hence there is non-availability of electrons which will participate in the bond formation, due to which it is less reactive or more stable in nature, we can say that. Clear? So in this way they undergo substitution reaction. Remember that all saturated compounds, all saturated hydrocarbons undergoes substitution reactions, because I have said you very clearly that already it is stable. Already all the four bonds of carbon is fully satisfied. So hence if you are going to react with some other atoms or with some other compound, that means you have to replace one hydrogen, then only you can react with it. So replacement means substitution. Alright, so it undergoes, that is direct displacement or substitution reaction, so to say. Compared to that, if you see another homologous series, let us take it here, that is alkenes, let us take, or alkynes, whatever I can take. Let me take another homologous series, that is alkenes. Now alkenes is having a general formula of CnH2n. It is characterized by carbon-carbon double bond. Alright, see, carbon-carbon double bond, another two bonds, and I have done it here. Alright, the first compound is your ethene, because we don't have methane here. Alright, in case of alkenes, the first organic compound starts from ethene. Why? Because what I said, carbon-carbon. So minimum how many carbon has to be there? 2. It cannot be 1. So methane does not exist for that reason. Meth means 1 carbon atom. You know that. Eth means 2 carbon. Prop means 3 carbon. But means 4 carbon, in this way. So the first compound starts from ethene. Alright, the first compound starts from ethene. Methane does not exist, because in case of methane, first of all 1 carbon. And the characteristics of alkenes is that there should be a carbon-carbon double bond. That means minimum 2 carbons has to be there. Alright, clear? So in this way, ethene, so it is nothing but CH2 double bond CH2. The first compound is ethene, CH2 double bond CH2, so to say. This 2 bonds I will be satisfying with 2 hydrogens. If I draw the structure, you will see the structure is in this way. It is in this manner. CH2 double bond CH2, in this way. The 2 structures is in this manner. Got it? The structure is in this manner. That is ethene. You can see all the 4 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bonds of carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bands of carbon is satisfied. But we are having here one double bond. Alright. Now, just like alkanes, we call it as paraffins. Alkenes is otherwise known as what? Alkenes is otherwise known as olefins. It is also called as olefins. Olefins means what? Oily compounds. So basically these compounds are oily in nature. They are oily compounds, and you can see here all the bonds of carbon atom is not satisfied by hydrogen. Still one bond is left. We can say that one bond is there still. This bond will be there. One bond of carbon will be there. You cannot, if you break it, means definitely the whole compound breaks. So at least this bond can be put here and as well as here. That means it is unsaturated. So alkenes and alkynes. Alright, similarly alkynes, if I see alkynes. Alright, so alkynes have a general formula of nothing but CnH2n minus 2. Alkyne, general formula. Alright, and it is characterized by carbon-carbon triple bond, we can say that. Carbon-carbon triple bond. Clear? Again same thing, carbon-carbon. So first compound is your ethyne, that is HC triple bond CH. The first compound is ethyne. Alright, like here the molecular formula, the structural formula I have done it here. The molecular formula can be, what is that? C2H4, because 2 carbon and 4 hydrogen, C2H4. Similarly, here this is the structural formula I have done it. What is the molecular formula? It can be C2H2. See, C2H2. So it is ethyne, or it is also called as acetylene. So the name of this alkyne series also start from acetylene. As this is known as paraffins, this is known as olefins. Similarly, this is known as acetylene. Why it is called paraffins? I said it is less reactive. The meaning of the word paraffins, para means little or less and fins means affinity or reactivity. Similarly, why it is called olefins? Because it's oily compound. Similarly, why it is called acetylene? Alright, this particular series is called as acetylene. Now why it is called as acetylene? Because the first compound, that is your ethyne, the common name of ethyne is acetylene. So the series has got the name from the first compound, that is called acetylene, and hence it is also called as acetylene series, we can say that. Alright, series has got the name from the first compound, and here also same thing, the first compound starts from carbon-carbon, the 2 carbons, not 1 carbon. So here also methine does not exist. Methine does not exist. Alright, its exist is ethyne. Ethyne exists. So the first compound is a ethyne. Then after that you will be adding CH2 group. I said you, homologous series means you will be adding CH2 group. One more CH2 group you add it here. So what it will be? CH3. If you add one CH2 here, so what you will get it? One more CH2. So what you will get? CH3, single bond C, triple bond CH. What is that? Propyne. If you add another CH2 group, what you will be getting? CH3, CH2, C, triple bond CH. What is that? Butane in this way. You go on adding the CH2 group to it, you will get the different compounds in that particular homologous series. So these two are coming under unsaturated, because you can see here, these 2 bonds I can still break it, and I can bring one here, and one here, one here. I can break it. Bond means what? A pair of electron. Got it? So this pair of electron I can bring it here, and one here, and this pair of electron one here and one here. We can break it. So we can break still. Twice you can break it. In case of acetylene or ethyne we can break it twice, but in case of alkene we can break it once. Means still it can be added. Some hydrogen atom still can be added. If I break this bond and I bring one here and one here electron, then still hydrogen atom can be added. That means what I said? It is unsaturated. Because what I am saying, still it can be added. Still this bond can be broken. It can be added. So it is unsaturated compound. But in case of alkenes, it was not possible. Already it is satisfied. So alkanes, for that reason it was saturated, and alkenes or alkynes are known as unsaturated compounds. Alkanes, as it was saturated, all the bonds of the carbon atom were satisfied. Alright, so hence it undergoes substitution reaction because it was stable. But here, as it is unsaturated, still you can add it. What I said, still you can add it. That means it undergoes addition reaction. Alkenes and alkynes undergoes addition reaction. Unsaturated hydrocarbons undergoes addition reactions. Saturated hydrocarbon undergoes substitution reactions. We can say that. Clear? There is availability of electrons here. There is availability. I said now this can be brought here. There are 2 electrons. 1 electron here and 1 electron here. It can be brought here and it can be shared with another electron of hydrogen atom. Alright, so hence it undergoes addition reactions. So double bond, triple bond undergoes addition reactions, and single bond undergoes substitution reactions. So this is the difference between unsaturated and saturated compounds. So to say, we got the difference. Alright, along with that you came to know about alkenes and alkynes. You came to know slightly about it, the general formula and all these things. Of course, I have told you earlier also, but still you came to know a little bit more about it. Some more functional group is there. We are having some more functional group, like we are having, that is, let us say alcohol, we are having it. Alright, now as I said you, that is, remember that in alkane series, as I said, or any series, what I said, if you want the subsequent compound, you add CH2 group to it. Should I show it to you how it is? See, like methane, it is what? CH4. It is known as what? Methane, one carbon atom. I add CH2, what is that? C2H6 it will become. CH4 plus CH2, C2H6. The structural formula will be, or condensed formula will be, this is that. CH3 single bond CH3. Structure means this is your structure. This is the structure. We can have it. Alright, so this is your ethene, we can say that. This is ethene. I have added CH2. So this, the name of the compound is ethene. Similarly, if I add another CH2, what is that? C3H8. So it is CH3, CH2, CH3. Alright, I have added CH2 group. I said you, I will add CH2 group. So you go on adding CH2 group to it, you will be getting the corresponding, what you can say, compound in that particular homologous series. So methane, then ethane, then propane, then butane, then pentane, etc. in this way. Similarly, in case of alkenes, you will be getting ethene. First compound is ethene. Then after that, propene. You add CH2. You will get butene. You add another CH2. You will get pentene. In this way, you will be getting it. Same thing in alkynes. You will be getting the first compound is your ethyne. Then you go on adding CH2. You will be getting, what is that? Propyne. Then you will add another CH2. Butane, another CH2. Pentyne. In this way, you will be getting it. Alright? Clear? So, next is, we will be seeing another one, that is your alcohol. Another homologous series is alcohol. Alcohol has got a general formula of ROH. R means alkyl group, whose whose formula is CnH2n plus 1. CnH2n plus 1. So, what I did it here? From alkane, I have removed one hydrogen. Alkane is what? CnH2n plus 2. This is alkane, CnH2n plus 2. I have removed one hydrogen. And what I got? Alkyl. For example, from methane, if I remove one hydrogen, what will I get? Methyl. From methane, if I remove one hydrogen, what will I get? Ethyl. Alright, so this is your methyl. This is your ethyl. We can say that. Clear? I have discussed with you all these things. Once more I am telling you. So it is ethyl. So with CH3, if OH group you are adding, what is that? It is known as methanol. It is alcohol. And the common name is methyl alcohol. We can say that. Clear? In this way, C2H5OH, what is that? We can say ethanol. And the common name is ethyl alcohol. We can say that. Clear? In this way, propanol. In this way, butanol. You will be getting it. You go on adding CH2 groups. Here, CH3, another CH2 group added it here. It becomes C2H5. Alright? So, this is your alkyl. Methyl, ethyl. These are the alkyl. What I said you, how you get alkyl from alkane? This is your alkane, isn't it? This is a general formula of alkane. If I remove hydrogen, one hydrogen I will subtract. What will I get? CnH2n plus 1. I will get it. Which is known as alkane, alkyl. So that is what I said. From methane, if you remove one hydrogen, what will you get? Methyl. See, methyl. Methane is CH4 minus hydrogen, methyl. Ethane is C2H6. You remove one hydrogen, ethyl, C2H5. Similarly, propane is C3H8. You remove one hydrogen. What is that? Propyl. Alright. Similarly, we are also having, that is your alcohol is done. Now, similarly, we are also having, that is carboxylic acid. Like carboxylic acid, what is general formula is? That is RCOOH. This is your carboxylic acid. Now, the first compound is HCOH, which is known as methanoic acid. Methanoic acid. One carbon, methanoic, or common name is formic acid. Similarly, you add CH2 group. You add CH2, what do you get? CH3COH, because H is there, you add CH2, CH3COH. What is that? Ethanoic acid, or otherwise known as acetic acid. Acetic acid is what? Vinegar. Vinegar is acetic acid. Similarly, you add another one, CH3CH2COH. What is it be? Propanoic acid. We don't have any common name for it. Propanoic acid. Alright, in this way. Clear? So, in this way, this is the common name and the IUPAC name which I said you for the carboxylic acid. Similarly, for aldehydes, what is the general formula is RCHO. Aldehydes is RCHO, aldehyde. Alright? RCHO. So, RCHO means CHO is aldehyde, or which is al, we can say. Like if I say HCHO, HCHO is what? Methanol, we can say that. Methanol. Similarly, if I add CH2 group, so what is that? CH3CHO, what is that? Ethanol. Alright, or we can say common name is formaldehyde. This is acetaldehyde. Similarly, CH3CH2CHO, what is that? Propanol. Or propionaldehyde, we can say that. Similarly, alkyl halide, CH3Cl, methyl chloride, CH3Br, methyl bromide. Alright, general formula of alkyl halide is RX. X can be any halogens, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. R is alkyl group, you know that. X is any halogens. Like if I say CH3Cl, what I said, methyl chloride, CH3Br, methyl bromide, in this way. Alright, then after that we are having ketones. Alright, ketones, the general formula is what? RCOR. Like CH3COCH3. What is that? Acetone. Or it's known as propanone or propan-2-one. We can also say propan-2-one and propanone, no difference here. In case of ketones, we can say that. Because in this case, C double bond O will be in the second carbon atom only. It cannot be the first carbon atom. See, if anybody writes propanone, if anybody writes propan-2-one, both are same. No problem. Alright, in this way, these are some of the names I've discussed with you. Even if I've discussed earlier, some of the names I've discussed with you with the nomenclature, so to say. Thank you.